Oh, hello, this is Tak Chong from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. The goal of my channel is to help you to develop a strategy as well as a system for home cooking that is fun, healthy, and sustainable. After being a teacher for over 35 years, I have discovered the best way to teach is to help students to understand the principles behind the application. My approach in cooking is that not just to teach you how to cook, give you the recipes or show you the techniques, but to help you understand the principles behind it so you can apply it and create your own food. For me, this is the only way to make cooking both fun and sustainable. I have developed a cooking system which I call it the FAST cooking system for home cooking. FAST is the acronym for its 4 attributes. It includes flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. If you are unfamiliar with my cooking system, you can take a look at this video. Flavor chasing is one of the 4 attributes of my FAST cooking system, and it is also the attributes that I have most fun. Furthermore, flavor chasing is also the aspect of cooking that will keep you cooking because if you like what you eat, you will continue to cook. Flavor chasing is a way for you to find out what you like to eat, and it requires some experimentation, but it's all worthwhile. As the saying goes, if you can cook the best food for yourself, why would you want somebody else to cook for you? In this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the principles behind flavor chasing. By having some understanding of what determines flavor, you will have a much better approach in finding the flavor that you enjoy. When I was a graduate student, I met another student in one of the biochemistry class. I will call her Kate for the purpose of this video. Kate is studying neurobiology. At that time, she was studying the neurobiology of taste and smell. She was doing an experiment, trying to figure out how we smell different type of chemicals. At the same time, she tried to determine how the smell match with taste. She told me that she in need for some volunteer to participate in the experiment, and she said, "Would you be willing to take part?" So I and a couple of my friends were more than happy to help her out. So for the experiment, she gave us 3 little pieces of filter paper that are laced with the chemicals. She asked us to put each one of them on our tongue and then describe what it tastes like to her. She recorded our verbal response, and then she also gave us a list to check off some of the answers. The experiment was very vivid to me because I remember a lot of the details. The first piece of filter paper tastes to me like some sort of a coolant. The second piece of filter paper to me tastes something like a mint flavor. And the last piece of filter paper, which I know distinctly because it tastes just like garlic. After this initial set of experiments, she gave us some water to rinse our mouth, and then we proceeded to the second part of the experiment. She then put a nose clip over our nose to the point that we really could not breathe through our nose at all. She then asked us to taste the same filter paper again. At the time, to our surprise, we could not detect the flavor at all because all the 3 pieces of filter paper taste exactly the same. Kate then explained to us why we could not taste the filter paper when our nose is being blocked from breathing. It turned out that when we eat a piece of potato chips, the flavor comes from 3 different physiological reactions. The first is, of course, most of us are familiar with are the taste buds on our tongues, and it detects the chemicals in the potato chips. This particular system of sensing flavor is called the gustatory system. And then the aroma of the potato chips will infiltrate into our nose, which also contain a set of chemical receptors. This will communicate the information to another part of our brain, and this is called the olfactory system. And then when we're chewing on the potato chips, there will be another set of information will be communicated to the brain, and this through what is known as the trigeminal system. This system actually will allow us to sense the crunchiness of the potato chips. So it is this three systems that are responsible for giving us the culinary experience of eating that potato chips. So during the experiments with Kate, what happened is that, of course, we have the gustatory system that will provide us with the taste on our taste bud. When we were able to breathe, we have no problem in tell the difference between the three pieces of filter paper. However, when she blocked our nose from breathing, we lost a significant ability for us to make distinctions of these three different chemicals. Now we clearly know that our ability to taste really depend heavily on our ability to smell. This provides me tremendous insight these days now, realizing how important in creating the smell for the food in contributing to the taste. Furthermore, in managing the texture of the ingredient, it also provides tremendous amount of impact on what the culinary experience is going to be like. So now let me fast forward about 15 years. I am now meeting with a friend of mine, again from my graduate school years. He is a favoring chemist. He runs a company that creates flavor and fragrance for the food industries. I was attending a conference in the city where he lives and works. After we have dinner together, he invited me to visit his company's laboratories. He told me the main objective of his company is to create chemicals that will imitate natural ingredients. He told me one of the chemicals he has been working on with his team is to create the taste as well as fragrance for mango. During the visit, he shared with me drinks that they have developed with a really great raspberry flavor. He said to me it is the chemical that does the work because there has absolutely no raspberry in that drink. He then told me that the chemical are frequently in the trade known as nature identical. For example, this raspberry flavoring chemicals actually is extracted from raspberries. Once they know the chemical structure of this chemical, they can easily synthesize it in the laboratory in a high commercial scale. This provides a great cost saving for the food industries because they can use this in the processed food at a much cheaper rate. So he smiled and looked at me and said, "Isn't it wonderful? Now you can eat a blueberry muffin without have to have any blueberry in it." And then he looked at me with a little bit of reluctance in her facial expression. He said, "Now you can eat this blueberry muffin with blueberry flavor, but you're not going to get the nutritional value of the blueberries." Both of these stories in many ways shaped my approach as well as my thinking about flavor chasing. So it's very clear now when I now do flavor chasing, I always think about what is the flavor itself and what is the nutritional value that the flavor will bring. With the heavy use of chemicals, which known as nature identical, we really deprive of the nutritional value of many of the food that we eat in processed food. The flavoring chemist has become so good at it in creating this nature identical chemicals. We are often fooled by eating the food that we really do not eat what it really is. We are just consuming some of the flavoring chemicals. By now you probably have a good understanding of how a flavor actually comes together and how we detect it. And at the same time, I hope you also appreciate why it is so important to flavor with natural ingredients. In this video, I have provided you a foundation of how I'm going to proceed with my flavoring with specific applications in future videos. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please click the like icon below because this will help me to reach a broader audience base. I'm posting videos regularly, usually about one every day. If you'd like to receive notifications of my future videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you next time.